This is a Tricky Beat production.
So, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is going to be like a pretty chill day of my life type of vlog. We're just chilling at the house, me and Milo hanging out. He ran into the other room. He thinks I'm talking to someone, he doesn't know what's going on. But we're just chilling at the house. It's a rainy day outside, it's gross. So we're enjoying a Harry Potter marathon, just chilling. And there's a couple of things that I wanted to show you guys. Now I thought about making a video for each of these individual things, but I wasn't sure if it would be long enough to justify one single video for each thing. So I'm gonna show you all of them in this one vlog. So first I'm gonna show you a new pair of sneakers that I got that I'm super hyped about. They are absolutely incredible. I'm also going to show you my new desk setup because I recently got a new desk and computer. So this is my workstation, how I edit all my videos, and sort of my own personal space in this one bedroom apartment. And lastly, I wanted to show you guys how I trim and fade my beard because my beard game really is not that great. Honestly, it's not that great at all. I have some bald patchy spots here and there. So I wanted to show you how I trim it and how I fade my beard from the top to make it look a lot more clean and make it look a lot better to maybe help you guys out if you're struggling with the same thing. So let's play some fetch with Milo and let's jump into the video. Alright guys, so I'm getting a little hungry now, so I'm gonna make up some brunch. So I'm gonna do some eggs, egg whites, and some turkey bacon. So this is really a high protein, low carb breakfast meal that you can make if you're cutting or if you just wanna stay on the leaner side and not eat so many fats and so many carbs. This is a really healthy option for you to do that. So I've got my pan here. Let me start the stove up real quick. All right, so we'll do that on like medium heat. So I'm gonna do majority egg whites. I got these liquid egg whites here from Trader Joe's. So I'm probably gonna do like 200 grams of that. And I'm gonna do 2 whole eggs and 4 pieces of turkey bacon. So let's go ahead and heat up this pan and get it started.
This is a Tricky Beat production.
Alright guys, so I kind of screwed up that second egg right there. As you saw, the freaking yolk busted when I tried to flip it. So I just embraced it and made one scrambled and then one fried egg. So this is going to be breakfast, and then yeah, let's enjoy this meal. Oh my god guys, my breakfast was so good. Alright, so now let me show you those really sick kicks that I was telling you about. Alright guys, so these are the Nike Fear of God Raids. I got these over Christmas and they are absolutely incredible sneakers. Again, I thought about making a full video about these by themselves, but I didn't think it would be long enough or that interesting enough to make a full video about one pair of sneakers. So I just decided to include it in this video for you guys, but these are absolutely sick. There's so much detail just across the shoe, from the leather to the neoprene to the straps. Everything about this shoe is very, very cool. Now, one thing I will say is that the first time I wore these shoes, like the day I got them, I put them straight on feet and I was wearing a low-cut pair of socks, almost like ankle socks. And that was a mistake because this piece of like canvas right here on the back of the heel absolutely rubbed the back of my heel completely raw. Like I had to put band-aids on it for days. Like it was bad. So if you're going to wear these shoes, I recommend wearing at least ankle-high socks or higher, just so that this part doesn't rub against your heel and agitate it. But besides that, the comfort level, the quality, everything about this shoe is amazing. Now you've got the signature Fear of God Nike air bubble down here at the bottom, that super blocky air bubble, which is really comfortable, nice and squishy. And then the midsole on this one is actually a little bit different than the Fear of God shoot-arounds that I have. Those almost feel very squishy, kind of like Boost. This is a lot harder than that. This doesn't feel the same, but it's still comfortable. And I actually might prefer this a little bit better because this feels more like wearing, you know, a regular pair of Nike sneakers or a pair of Vans, something like that. It feels very flat. It doesn't have a lot of give to it, but sometimes you want that. Sometimes you don't want your sneakers to be too squishy. So that's what these are great for. Another thing I love is the lacing and the strap system across the front here. It really allows you to lock your foot in so it doesn't move around that much inside the sneaker. And again, the entire body around the outside is leather, and then this is like a neoprene here on the tongue and the toe box. So overall, quality on these things is absolutely insane. Very glad to have picked these up for Christmas because they have been my daily drivers for quite some time since I got them. I've been wearing these things at least once or twice a week, so it was well worth it. These are awesome shoes. If you guys are looking to pick them up, I would recommend going through the GOAT app. They're absolutely incredible. You can get them for a good price, usually not too bad resale, and they're authenticated so you make sure they're 100% legit. Alright guys, so this is my current desk situation right here. Talked about this desk in a recent video where I showed you guys my 5 best and worst purchases of 2019. You can check that video out up here. But I told you guys how I recently replaced my old desk with this brand new Alex desk from Ikea. So just to briefly go over everything that I love about this desk and my whole new computer setup, because I did get rid of my old computer as well. We'll start with the desk itself. Now, like I said, this is the Alex desk from Ikea. The reason I really like this desk is because it's long enough and it's nice and wide too. So there's plenty of surface area here for my monitor, my keyboard, my peripherals, even my Alexa if I wanted that up there as well. No, stop, stop, stop. That thing always turns on. Even if you say anything remotely close to the A word, it will turn on. And by A word, I mean Alexa. Okay, I didn't do it that time, but you see what I mean. Now, one of the reasons why the desk looks so clean is because my computer is not anywhere on top of the desk here. It's actually inside this drawer. So the computer that I recently upgraded to was the 2018 Mac Mini. And the reason I upgraded from that one is because I was previously running a Hackintosh. Now, if you don't know what a Hackintosh is, basically it's a computer that I built myself with Windows parts, traditional Windows parts, and I used a program so that it could run Macintosh operating system. So basically I built what would have been a really powerful Mac for like a quarter of the price. But the reason that I switched is because after a while that type of system begins to fail. It doesn't update as quickly. You can't update it to the latest versions of the Mac OS as the Mac OS updates itself, because each time you do an update you have to reinstall a whole list of drivers to tell the computer basically how to run this operating system that you're trying to install on it. Otherwise it'll just fail and not work. So besides having to go through all that trouble, I decided to just purchase a 2018 Mac Mini, which helped out a lot. It's a true Mac running on true Mac software, on true Mac parts, and it just makes life a lot easier. Now, I did get some upgrades in this. Instead of getting the traditional 8 gigabytes of RAM, I went with 16. I also got the Core i7 processor, so it's a little bit faster, a little bit more powerful. And basically what I did was I took some of the components out of that other computer, like the external hard drives, and I put them inside this hard drive reader and just connected them so I could still have all of my stuff that I had before saved. So for my peripherals, I have the Asus 4K monitor. I believe this is an IPS monitor, so it doesn't catch any reflections, stuff like that, which is really nice. I love this monitor. It's very crisp, it's very bright, allows me to edit 4K footage and see it at full resolution, so that's really nice too. Over here, I've got a wireless charger for my phone, obviously my Amazon A-Word, then my Corsair RGB keyboard. Now, I don't have it set up to do the lighting fixtures yet. I did, but when I upgraded to the new computer, I didn't reinstall the software. But normally you can program a software where you can change the colors all over this thing. It's super cool. It has mechanical keys too. Hear that, listen to that. Which makes it feel like you're kind of typing on a typewriter. So I love that. It feels very crisp when you type on it. And then I have a Logitech MX Master mouse, which makes my editing flow super smooth also. And then on this side, you don't need to see it because it's just basically a junk drawer with all of my miscellaneous crap. Over here, I've got my Rhett and Link books. I've got the Rhett and Link Book of Mythicalities, as well as the Lost Causes of Bleak Creek. I have not read this one yet. I'm in the process of starting to read it. But as of right now, it's just acting as a desk ornament, so to speak. Yeah, guys, overall, I really, really love this desk. It's super nice. It's way better than the other Ikea desks that I had before. Like I mentioned in the other video, my old desk was super narrow. It was literally like half the width of this desk. So my keyboard was like sitting up on top of my monitor, and when I was typing, I was like this close to it. So it just was not ideal, and I didn't have enough surface area to move my mouse around how I wanted. It just didn't work. So this is much better. It's a lot more comfortable. I'm very, very happy with this setup so far. All right, and I think that the weather is starting to get a little bit better outside. Hey, let me check, hold on. Looks like it. You guys can't really see that, but it's starting to brighten up a little bit. So maybe we'll take Milo on a walk, but first things first, I have to shave. Alright guys, so here are some of the things that you're gonna need to fade your beard. Now, first things first is you're gonna need a sexy candle to set the mood. No, I'm totally kidding, but this is gonna add a really cool shot, so I'm doing it anyways. This is the Philips Norelco electric shaver. This is really, really solid. It has a bunch of different attachments. This is gonna be the main set of clippers that we're going to use to trim up the beard. Next up, we're gonna be the guards. So we're gonna use the 9mm guard, the 5, the 3, the 2, and the 1. So all of these guards are gonna use to fade the beard in, basically from a 9 all the way to a 1. So it's gonna add for a really, really nice slow taper, really clean lines, stuff like that. And of course, you cannot forget the post-shave balm. This is just for my sensitive skin. It helps me not get shave irritation and stuff like that. So I always apply this post-shave as well. Guys, so first up, we're actually gonna switch the head of the razor to fit the 9mm head. This one's a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. So we're gonna switch these off, and we're gonna start with the 9mm first. Basically, the way that I like to do this is to go over the whole thing with the longest set of clippers first, just to trim up everything, and then kind of work my way closer towards the sideburns at the shortest, if that makes sense. So let's start with the 9mm clippers now. Alright guys, so we're done with the 9mm clippers now. Let's move on to the 5. Now what I'm going to do with the 5 is I'm basically going to take the 5, run it all the way down here, and I'll get all this stuff here, and I'm going to start to fade the 5 from here up. So I'm just getting the sideburns with the 5 and underneath with the 5, if that makes sense. Now let's pop on the 3mm, and from the 3mm, I'm just gonna go from here up. So just on the side of my sideburns right here and up. And another tip that I meant to tell you guys is that when you're using the shorter clippers and you're blending that fade all the way up as you get shorter from like 1, 2, 3, 5, is you don't want to go straight up at it like this. You want to come at it at an angle, because by coming at it at an angle, it doesn't create such harsh of a line. And you'll see what I mean by that, but if you go straight up, it's going to be like 5 line, 3 line, 2 line, 1 line, and you don't want that. But if you come in at an angle from the side, it blends a little bit better. So again, just from here up to the top. Now we're gonna go to the 2, and again, just starting a little bit higher than last time, basically like right here. And then the 1. And I'm just barely grazing the top right here too. I'm hardly touching it. All right. Now we're gonna take the guard completely off. And this is where we're gonna edge up the bottom and edge up the sides right here.
This is a Tricky Beat production.
All right, now let's edge up my face. Now there are tools out there that you can get to sort of line up this line right here on your face, but those usually are kind of overpriced. So for me personally, I just stick my finger kind of right here and cover up that, and I use my finger as a guard. And I just come in with upstrokes like this, following right along the edge of my finger. Now, like I said, guys, my beard is not the greatest in the world. I do have some patchy spots, such as kind of in this area and right here. This side naturally grows this low, but this side actually comes up a little bit higher. So I need to trim this part down to match this side. So again, I'm gonna do the same thing, except I'm just using my pinky to kind of cover up that area. And I'm gonna get this part. And then, like I said, I need to match this side to this side. This is coming a little bit higher, so I'm just going to go straight down like this. Just a little bit, just like that. All right. And that's basically it. Now it's time to moisturize. My skin is super dry right now too. Oh man, this moisturizer is great. It really, really helps if you have like irritated and dry skin like I do. My skin is really, really dry. So this helps really moisturize everything up. You could also use a beard oil or a beard balm if you prefer that, but I think this just works a little bit better. And it has almost this cooling sensation to it as well. So it feels nice on like freshly shaven skin. Alright guys, and that's pretty much it. So this is how I edge up and shave my beard, how I fade it from the top down to the bottom. I hope that was helpful. I hope it was easy to understand. Like I said, going from the side, kind of like I was doing, instead of going straight up and down when you're fading up with the clippers, it helps blend the beard together a little bit better. That's what my stylist taught me. That's how she does my fade on my hair as well. So it's just a lot easier. And now the not so fun part is the cleanup. All of this. Ugh, I hate this. My wife's gonna be mad at me. All right, mister, let's get you ready for a walk. Guys, he hates going on walks. I don't know what it is. I think it's really that he hates the harness more than he hates the walks. See, look at him. It's so sad. It's okay, it's okay. Quick walk, quick walkie. No, no, you stop it. You stop that. We rescued him, so I don't really know why he is so scared of the harness, but he does not like it. He's the most antisocial dog I have ever met in my life. Does not want to talk to other people, does not want to be pet by anyone, does not like going on walks. He especially hates the harness, but then once he gets it on, he's fine. Like, watch this. Ready? You ready to go on your walk? All right, let's go. You ready? Let's go.
This is a Tricky Beat production.